Hey Lindsay, I would like to give you some audio-visual feedback on where your wiki is at right now. When I look at it, I can tell you that the home page is completely ready. But that's just one page, and there needs to be about, I don't know, 8 or 9 other pages. And ideally, I'll see the links to those in your navigation bar over here. And I can see that I'm not able to edit your navigation bar and demonstrate that for you. Um, so that's something you'll need to continue to learn how to do. But let's go back and revisit the Wiki Foundation instructions so I can show you what step you're on right now. Alright, so looking at the instructions, it will become important that you revisit step 1, which is to look at the Wiki Portfolio template, because you'll notice that we've got a lot of pages here, and you want yours to have all these pages. Right now you just have a home page, just like mine here, except yours, you actually went and filled yours out. Also, you know, something that you didn't have on yours, you did put your ASHA standards there, which is great, but you're going to also want this little section here, the Philosophy of Technology Integration in the Classroom. You're going to want that pasted right here between My GPS's and Speech Language Pathology Overview. You want to have that pasted there. You don't have to have it filled out yet. Just paste that verbiage, and then when it's time in the very last week of the semester to turn in your final portfolio, you'll actually go back and fill out that section. So you don't have to worry about it for the whole semester, but just get it pasted in there so you don't have to go re-find it later. Also, here where it says My GPS's, you can change that to better reflect the SLP certification standards. You can say, you know, my guiding standards or my ASHA standards or whatever these standards are. Let's see. Yeah. You could say the ASHA standards. That title, that's kind of subject, I guess, or heading is the right word, would be more appropriate. So you can get rid of GPSs since those aren't GPSs. Okay, so but other than lacking this section here, your homepage is done. So I wanted to add that. Again, you're going to want to have these sections, a task section. Tasks just means that these are things you do and make. Self-evaluation. These are things you also do and make, but it's a little bit different. This could actually go in that section, but that's me talking a little too much about the assignment. Tech explorations is where you go explore 10 tools. NetsT is where you reflect on your skills of using technology in the classroom. SWATs is where you write a paper about what's next for you. What are your goals from this point forward? But basically, you have to create these pages, and you have to then copy from my template here, to copy all this stuff right here, artifact down to this, copy it, and then go to the page on your wiki that is called BYOT Podcast and paste this verbiage. Then same for teacher welcome video. You want to copy all this stuff and then paste it on your wiki page of the same name. Readings. You want to copy these questions and then go to your wiki, paste them onto your own readings page. So that means you have to actually create these pages. Okay? So let's go back to the instructions then. Where did they go? All right, Wiki Foundation. All right, so what I was saying before then was just revisit step 1. Make sure you have that Wiki Portfolio template open and ready to go, ready to look at, ready to copy from. You don't have to be a member of it to do that. Step 2, you've done that. You've signed up for a wiki. You chose to get the university wiki. Step 3, you've created a wiki and you've changed its color. You are done with that step. But step 4 is really where you're at now. That is to create that wiki navigation. So you're going to make sure you watch this video on how to do it. Keeping in mind, because I put this tip here too, make your wiki look like the wiki here. The one that I was referring to a moment ago, my Wiki Portfolio template. You want yours to look like this one. You don't want it necessarily to look like the one in the video. A lot of the time in the video, you're going to see slightly different things, like words like concept map that we no longer use, or tech quest, or assistive tech, TechCast is another example. This template is the up-to-date thing that you want to copy, okay? This video is not so much showing you exactly what to type on your wiki and things like that. It's showing you how to how you do it. How do you take that wiki navigation bar and add those pages? So it's teaching you how to work in the wiki. This is showing you what your wiki should look like. I hope that makes sense. Most students, that clicks with them, but there's always some that it doesn't make sense and they think they need to do exactly what's in this video. So let me look and see if I can even show you an example.
All right, so by now
okay, so I'm looking in this video right now, and I see that it's got some assignments, old assignments like TechCast, Group Its, Progress Video Journals, Concept Map. Those are not assignments that we do anymore, but the process of creating these pages and copying and pasting from my wiki example to this wiki is the same. That's what you're learning, is how to. What's the process? But in terms of what goes on your wiki, you want the most up-to-date thing, which is on my wiki portfolio template. You want these titles for your pages, these items. I will say, and I don't want to complicate too much because I know you're kind of jumping ahead. You're trying to get some work done before the semester begins, which I think is awesome. But in your case, because you're an SLP, you may end up doing what I actually do call the TechCast. But it's okay right now just to call this link BYOT Podcast, because you may choose to do the BYOT. I try to give you SLPs a couple of other choices in certain assignments, with certain assignments, to make sure that you're, I don't know, making, to make sure that you're catering to what you feel like you need. I give you a little wiggle room on certain assignments. So again, for now, just put what we've got here, because if you do end up doing the other podcast option, it's simply an issue of titling, which is not even a big issue. If you do the other podcast, you can still put all your stuff on the BYOT podcast page on your wiki. You never have to change it. So it's not something you'll have to change, but if you decide you want to, you can. That's maybe a little too much information at this point, but I thought I would just tell you that. But keep in mind that you want to, think that there may be some slight tweaks and adjustments. Another adjustment that we may do for this semester, this summer, it's not a promise, but I may, if you look at the Tech Explorations assignment, this is where you look at 10 resources and then you explore them, you think about how you could use them and whether you recommend them. Something I may modify for summer is that I may only have you look at 5. But I want you to just set up your wiki right now so that you have slots for all 10. I haven't made that decision for sure. I will know in the next week or so. And it's simply a matter of deleting something. If I tell you in the end that you only have to do 5 of them, you only have to explore 5 resources, all you have to do is delete this thing. Delete 5 of them, 5 slots from the table. So that's an example of how you might have to tweak this wiki later on. It's not hard. I think by the time you're done with this assignment, you'll realize that it's pretty easy. Okay, let me get back here though. I'm sort of rambling. Okay, so step 4, you're going to want to finish that. You want to finish creating your wiki navigation, hand type, hand build those pages, copy and paste the materials from the wiki portfolio template. Steps 5 is to set up the pages like mine. This is actually where the copying and pasting from my template to yours happens. Step 6, it says now go to your wiki and do the following. Do the welcome section, which you've done. Do the My GPS section, which you've done already. I did recommend that you change the titling on that. It doesn't really matter though. If you keep it My GPS's, it will not be a problem the whole semester. And you do want to make sure you go back and add that section. Remember how the original homepage that you copied from has this philosophy of tech integration? Just copy and paste that on there, but don't do anything else with it. If you notice in the instructions here, you don't have to fill out that section yet. You just fill out the welcome, the My GPS's, and the sharing an interesting educational movie, which you've already done. So basically your homepage is done. All the work you have to do on it is done for now. If your wiki is private, I won't be able to access it to grade it. Please add me to it. You've done that too. So as you can see, you've done a lot of things on the instructions. What you have not done is basically steps 4 and 5 is the main thing, and then a little tiny piece of step 6 on that home page. I have the link to your wiki. I'm not ready to receive it through Dropbox inside of D2L. My D2L section isn't even open. It's not ready. But everything you do in the class, or a lot of it, is done through that wiki, so don't you worry. I have the link to it. You also have the link when the class opens, you can quickly go in and drop that assignment in the Dropbox, and I can grade it. And I actually will let you know through email right now before the semester starts. You'll know if you've got it. When I tell you everything's done, you'll know you have your points. So you're just not quite finished yet. So go ahead and work on it a little more and let me know how I can help or what questions you may have. I think I'll stop for now on that note. All right. Thanks, Lindsay. Bye.